Why are there owls with glowing green eyes perched on top of a memorial in Herald Square? That memorial is for James Gordon Bennett Sr. and James Gordon Bennett Jr. Sr. founded the New York Herald newspaper, which Herald Square is named for, and then gave control over to his son. Both of those men had pretty terrible qualities. They were innovative in terms of newspapering, sure, but Sr. was on the wrong side of the Civil War. He was pro-slavery, he was anti-US, he thought Lincoln was wrong about pretty much everything. Jr. was the eccentric playboy, known to prefer riding his horse-drawn carriage across the streets while standing entirely nude. All that aside, the man loved owls. He loved owls. He had live owls in his office. He had stuffed owls around his house. He had owls engraved on his cufflinks, owls stamped on his stationery. He had even intended to build himself a giant tomb in the shape of an owl. I'm not making it up. It would have been in Washington Heights. Similar in size and design to the Statue of Liberty. Visitors would have been welcome to climb inside the owl up to the top and look out windows that would have been the eyes. And then Junior's coffin would have been suspended from the head, which I know sounds spooky, but I think it would have been a hoot. The reason it was not built, Junior had intended to use the same architect who had designed the old Herald newspaper building that had stood around here, the famous/infamous Stanford White. Stanford White was then murdered in public, point blank, in a crime of passion, which Junior took as a bad sign. So they left that tomb owl to roost. The owls we have around Herald Square today had been part of a larger flock, or parliament, of owls that had been on top of that old Herald newspaper building. When the building was demolished in the 1920s, they saved some of those sculptures and later reinstalled them here in what is still called Herald Square, despite the fact that the paper has long since gone defunct, and the men behind the paper have not held up to be the wisest of role models. If they do ever change the name of the area, I will let you know.